What up, MJ87? Cracking with you. What's up, Purple Goddess? Hold up. Reed. What's up, Laneka? Always in a story. I see everybody ain't out turning up. That's what's up, man. MJ. Cracking. What's cracking? Where everybody watching from? We gonna speed this one up. We gonna get into it tonight, though. Make sure y'all smash that like button on y'all way in, you know. I already know this is gonna be another lit one. I spent a little time putting this one together. This one right here is gonna be a lot longer. So I seen a couple people was wanting, you know, longer videos for these lives. So guess what? Your boy gonna bring you longer damn videos, and that's what we gonna do tonight, yo. It's the weekend. We ain't got nothing but time. Let's get it. Well, we in Wisconsin. We got Dallas in the house, Detroit, Montana, Virginia, Tennessee. We got the Bama in here. You know what I'm saying? Youngstown, North Carolina, Brooklyn, Louisiana, the Bronx in the house, Hagerstown, Maryland, California, Ohio. Yeah, we in this joint. Yeah, put y'all nines in the chat if y'all ready. Put them in the chat if y'all ready. I got some be prepared for these, for what y'all gonna see tonight, man. I did my thing, you feel me? I'm gonna have to watch out. Look, I had to there's gonna be some copyrights in here. I got my notes and stuff, so I'm gonna stop it on certain parts and like bring down the value when I get there. But yeah, I'm prepared. Y'all ready to get this? Damn, my notes. I need that. All right, let's get into it.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Amadai Shakur, and this is part 2 of how we cast spells with words. So when you rise each day, people say that they are awake. You have to wake up. But also when someone dies, we go to awake to view their bodies. So something that we do when we rise to live life, to live another day, is associated with death. Pay attention. Also, many of us say good morning when we rise. I don't say good morning, I say grand rising. You see, there's no such thing as a good morning, because mourning means to be grieving, and grieving is what you do when someone passes away. You're said to be in mourning when someone dies. Again, something that we say that seems so simple, but it absolutely pertains to death. Now, many of us, when we rise each day, we go to a job. The word job in Hebrew means persecute. In the Bible, Job was persecuted by Satan for refusing to go against God. Job, spelled J-O-B, is the same as job, J-O-B. When you go to this job, you are then at work. Now, in British English, the word work is spelled W-A-R-K. W-A-R War is at the beginning of work in British English. With that all being said, if you're going to a job every day where you feel persecuted and you don't want to be there, don't you in fact feel like you're at war? At this job where you may feel like you're at war, you earn a wage. The Bible teaches us that the wages of sin is death. There again is another reference to death. Also, you earn your money. You earn a wage. They say you earn a living wage. Well, when you die, if you're cremated, they put your body in an urn. Also, when you're at this job, the tasks that you perform are called undertakings. Well, when you die, you have to visit the undertaker. So you wake each day trying to have a good morning, which is difficult to do when there's no such thing. You go to a job where you feel persecuted. You try to earn your wage, but the wages of sin is death, and some people literally work themselves to death. Then you deal with individuals at the job, many of us, who make us feel as though we're at war. So by the end of the week, we're in a weakened state as we prepare for the weekend. And usually, when the weekend comes, by the time it's here, we realize that we've gotten the weekend of the deal.
Could you feel me? She broke that whole thing down.
Nibiru Incoming System Part 1.
Glory. And today we have been preaching the day of the Lord. The day of the Lord, behold, repent. The day of the Lord is at hand. Why is there a day of the Lord coming? Because we have disobeyed his laws. We have violated the statutes, his statutes, and we have broken his everlasting covenant, as said in Isaiah 24, verse 5. So for today, we will look at Revelation chapter 6, verse 12
to San Diego
to 17. Gonna be long, but interesting. And I behold, when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. Let's take it a little piece at a time. When the earth changes in 2030, it is going to, like Isaiah 24 says, it's going to wobble and then falls as a drunken man and not get up, meaning we're having a 90-degree pole shift. What's going to cause the pole shift? The planet Nibiru coming up between the earth and the sun and causing the earth to tumble.
I love you, channel. I appreciate you.
When it comes between the earth and the sun, we are going to have a great earthquake. Sure, it's a great earthquake because this is a big force on the earth. It is going to cause a great earthquake. The sun will become black as sackcloth. What does that mean? It means sackcloth is when they used to use the black goat's hair to make a garment. And it would be sometimes an inch or inch and a half, 2 inches thick, meaning no light could go through it. It was used for a cloth of repentance with ashes, sackcloth and ashes for repentance. And the moon became as blood. The moon would become as blood because the moon is now taking off the reflection of one of Nibiru's moons, the one that is all iron oxide, red. And so you would have a red reflection by the moon. And the stars of heaven fell to the earth, even as figs casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. What does that mean? It means that coming up, when Nibiru comes around, it's carrying with it tons of debris. When John saw
hey, y'all remember that shit, the last one, he said, you're gonna see a lot of different people from different walks of life speak about these type of topics. So that's what's going to show in this video. Y'all going to see a bunch of different people from different perspectives correlate that. They're going to come up with the same shit. That's all this is.
The debris fall to earth. It looked to him as stars falling from the heavens, like ripe figs falling off a tree. Father, in the mighty name of Jesus, come into this scripture. Open our ears and our hearts and explain to us exactly what you're doing, why you're doing.
No Egito, eu não sei se aquilo lá é o sol, mas note que tem algo na frente do sol, tampando o sol. Tá entrando na frente do sol uma bola. Bem estranho esse vídeo aqui. E também interessante, né?
Yeah. You feel me? It's been a lot of strange occurrences like this. It's been a lot of shit. Y'all, you know how they talk about the pole shift, right? The pole shift. Everybody been speaking about the pole shift. That's because you can a lot of people have been understanding what's been going on. You see the moon is rotating in a different direction as well. And one time it came up at night, right? And it was bigger than what it was supposed to. I be paying attention, and I got it on film. I'll show y'all too as well. But it's crazy. If you don't pay attention, you probably wouldn't notice the difference. And also, you can tell too, they ain't even doing daylight savings no more. Like, I don't know when it's gonna go in effect. They just passed a bill for it. Keep your eyes open. Keep your senses open too. That's one thing. Like, I be telling y'all about these animals, how they connected still, and they know when some shit is coming. They connected. Or try to get connected. Plant your feet in the grass. Do some real shit. Stop going out turning up all the time.
I just want to say that Nibiru is real. It has been coming for some time. The government has known for some time. And when they start prepping for things, then y'all know it's real. The CIA has moved from Virginia. The Vatican shut down the library and moved it. Walmart shut down and built shelters. They're building a 10-lane highway from the Mexican border to Canada, 2 railways and fiber optic lines. What are they getting ready for? They know Nibiru about to shake us up. And if y'all look at this little map here, that's what we're going to be looking like after Nibiru.
Burn this motherfucker up.
There's 2 different ships, bro. I can't even make this up. So, like, what y'all gonna have to understand now is I'm about to show y'all that the Anunnaki, that Planet 9, Nibiru, the ancient Egyptian stuff, bro, this is our star family. And they just trying to announce that they found a planet, but we been knew this. So yeah, this is the facts right here. So y'all gonna see that it's like a 0.4% chance that this planet actually do not exist. That's less than 1%. That's less than 1% that this planet do not exist. That's not even half of the 1%. 0.4, you still got the 0.6, you know what I'm saying? Like, to equal a 1%, you know what I'm saying? And they said, watch this, bro. It's crazy.
The study has narrowed down where a hypothetical 9th planet could be in our solar system. According to astronomers, Planet 9 is expected to be many times the size of Earth and orbit the sun far beyond Neptune.
I appreciate it, John.
The astronomers say that it is the astronomer is actually the same astronomer who led the campaign to demote Pluto from a planet to a dwarf planet. Now looking to fill that Planet 9 void, the astronomer claims that there's only a 0.4% chance that Planet 9 does not exist, despite it never being seen. And chance that Planet 9 does not exist, despite it never being seen.
17-year-old boys don't do what one Scarsdale High School student did last summer. He discovered a planet almost 7 times the size of Earth. It orbits 2 suns. It's kind of like a certain fictional planet that's home to Luke Skywalker. News 4's Ken Buffa met the high schooler today to see exactly how he did it.
Inside this Scarsdale home, filled with Star Wars posters and telescopes, Wolf Sukier has some exciting news.
So I discovered a planet.
The 17-year-old Scarsdale High School senior says on his third day of his internship at NASA.
Look, the thing is with this, come on, like let's put this together though. You telling me a kid at the crib, well, you know, his telescopes are probably thousands of dollars. It looked like his family is really into this, right? You telling me that big government projects haven't picked up on this? Don't worry, I'll sit here and wait. You know, that's the type of questions you need to ask yourself. Like, he find this at the crib and quote unquote NASA didn't? Elon Musk didn't?
NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland, he noticed something from the data gathered by NASA's survey satellite TESS.
I noticed a dip or a transit from the TOI 1338 system, and that was the first signal of the planet.
Thrilled, he shared his discovery with his team.
I first saw the initial dip and thought, oh, that looked cool. But then when I looked at the full data from the telescope at that star, I noticed, or my mentor also noticed, 3 different dips in the system.
A high school intern examined hundreds of eclipsing binaries to search for planetary transits.
Wolf was onto something larger than Earth. Literally.
Now let's say this is Earth. Well, this new planet is 6.9 times the size of it. Oh yeah, it's also 1,300 light years away.
NASA's TESS mission just discovered its first circumbinary planet, a world orbiting 2 stars instead of 1.
The official name for the new planet is TOI
What did they say was around,
1338b. TOI standing for TESS Object of Interest.
Same.
Wolf's family had their own idea for a name.
My family wishes, my brother's idea is Wolftopia.
Now, while NASA awaits official confirmation from the American Astronomical Society on their discovery, this stargazing teen is enjoying his new outlook of the unknown.
And we grind up all the bodies in the sausage and the hamburger. McDonald's is one of our favorite outlets. And the people, they eat it for breakfast, they eat their children for lunch. And, you know, us Jews...
We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. It's about to get real. So, check this weirdness out at CERN, bro. Like, y'all not concerned about the opening to these things? Like, this ain't a whole ceremony that they doing in front of you. Like, nigga. See them scared beetles? Look at these niggas. And what are they supposed to be doing there? This speeding up particles and shit? What? Y'all crazy as hell if y'all don't think they're in there doing some crazy shit. Cause you just seen that. Like, why the opening gotta be like that? That's satanic as hell.
We tried to figure out how much charge the body takes in when you touch the earth. What happens is the body
what up, Zay? You said it's been wired
with electrons practically instantaneously. It's so fast that you can't measure it.
Cool hand, appreciate you. Charlotte. My folks.
So electrons from the earth enter the body right away, and they coat the red blood cells so that the cells repel each other. And then they can't clump, and the blood viscosity goes down.
That's why you need a ground.
It's easier for the heart to pump the blood pressure goes down, all kinds of cardiovascular issues, they go away.
Thanks for showing us the truth. I appreciate you, honey. Get out there and ground. I'm telling you, you feel the difference, man.
Blood to stay alive. Is the life not in your blood? They need your organs to stay alive. Again, is the life not in your blood? Are you not the blood and the body of what they will call Christ, which to us is Asar or Osiris or Usir? We're the body of Usir. Still stemming all the way down from the body of Ptah, ancient descendants of Tarites and Watusi. We came into the planet as Riskians. Riskian means provide, razak, providers. The main provider for every celestial body in the galaxy is the sun. We always knew this. Nobody was confused about it 45,000 years ago.
No.
We wasn't even confused about it 6,000 years ago.
No.
But that's when the bullshit started. That's when all the beings we taught reading and writing to started to read and write their own fabrications. Spells started getting casted all over the world. People started believing the things that all the scribes were writing in their tales, in their books, in their theories, their stories. We all became masters and lords over our own cultures of people because we were teaching them reading and writing, how to have an idea, how to be self-sustaining. And it backfired on us. Big time. You're talking about Frankenstein's monster, done over and over and over. And every time, the villagers come to kill the problem. But the scientist that created the problem always wants to save the problem.
So I know everybody know about the Dave Chappelle show, which first aired in 2003, right? But did you know he got his style from Richard Pryor, who had his own show, which first aired in 1977? Basically, he put the truth in his comedy skits. Check this shit out.
Professor! I got it open! Good heavens, man! Great Scott, we've discovered the fountain of all knowledge of Egypt in the entire world. Do you realize the importance of this moment, Smedley?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you see the brilliance, the untold years?
I see it, sir.
Oh, sir, this is medicine. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Look, what is this? See.
Says, cannot. This is the elixir of life, sir.
The elixir of life?
The cure for all diseases. Wait, let's see here. Wait,
give it to me.
The inscription on the bottom.
Give it to me. Give it.
Open at other end.
Lumix. This can't be, man. What? You know what this is? What is it, Buddha? It's the Book of Life. Book of Life. In the beginning, when man arrived on Earth, the black gods did leave their spacecraft, and they walked, and they named the beasts of the sea and the animals of the land. Heavens. And man in his blackness did walk the earth, making medicine. Medicine? They discovered time. These were all black people got down. Wait a minute. There ain't nothing in here about whitey. This is ours, Jack. Wait till the brothers hear this. Luna. I'm gonna get this book out of here, baby. This tells me real tea. Self-control yourself, don't you see? What you mean, Jack? Look at this here. Black people started the music and the brain surgery back in the year 3 BC. Yes, of course, Bruno. Man, they was getting down. This is it, brother. Yes, everybody gonna know about this. Listen, we can change the history. Civilization will be changed. Yeah, this is gonna be it. Get the bulldozers. There's nothing here. But. Shut up. Good heavens, time for tea, eh? What?
Mind you, y'all know how long ago that shit was? Come on, man. Let's look. We're gonna keep going though. It's a long time.
Hey, what's up, guys? I just wanted to share this dream I had last night. Today's January 2nd, 2017. And yeah, I don't know why I would have this dream. It was random. I never had it before, and I just felt like it was strange, and I wanted to share it with you guys. But yeah, I pulled up to this grocery store parking lot, and I get out of my car and I see people, you know, in a panic, looking up, pointing, and I look up, and there was this huge, like, horseshoe-shaped craft hovering above us, like, real slowly. And on top of the craft, I noticed it had like these buildings, like skyscraper buildings and statues that were also very like large, like skyscraper size. And the craft was huge, like a city size aircraft. But yeah, and then I see it fly by us, and then it drops 2 bombs in different parts of the city. And that's when people, got arrested by the Galactic Federation. And I start feeling panic in the dream, and we start running, and I'm trying to figure out how to get out of the city and find my family and get us, you know, somewhere safe. And I noticed that there's this like lava substance that's flowing, like swallowing things and people, like going uphill and going up buildings, and it felt like you couldn't escape from it, like no matter where you went. But then I find myself with friends and family, and that we were trying to, you know, figure out what we could do. And that's when the beings from the craft appeared to us. And what tripped me out is that they were all black people, and they said that we had to come with them if we wanted to survive or to live. But then they said that no white people were allowed to go with them, that they had to stay here. And then I asked them why, and they said because your leader has broken our treaty, and for that they had to be punished and they couldn't be trusted anymore, or something like that.
Barth, I appreciate it.
And then I tell him about, my kids are half white, and he tells me, that was fine, that to bring them. And so I'm right there, I guess, walking down the street behind them, like towards, I guess, the craft.
Eat them because they taste so good, but what's in them is not so good. We've learned to accept it, but I don't know if you'll feel so accepting after this. The company Clear Foods recently analyzed 345 hot dog and sausage products from 75 brands and retailers and found, are you hot dog lovers ready for this? Human DNA in 2% of the samples and in 2/3 of the vegetarian samples. And get this, 10% of all vegetarian products appear to contain meat. Clear Foods says that there are some companies producing high-quality hot dog, top scores to Butterball, McCormick, Eckrich, and Hebrew National. Human DNA.
Nigga, like that alone right there, that don't make you want to change your diet up just a little bit, or you just used to eating the shit out your neighbors and shit, like just let me know what what you want and stuff like that. It is what it is, that shit is disgusting. And more than likely, like we just got to tell the truth here, people. Everything is if everything is everything at this point, you probably ate the shit out of some people. Feel terrible. I was fucking that shit up before I knew what it was. So you're not by yourself.
Americans are being poisoned, brainwashed, and genetically modified without even realizing it. Do you like Skittles? Do you like to taste the rainbow? If your answer is yes, then what I'm about to tell you, this crazy conspiracy theory, is bound to blow your mind. Just a few days ago, a California resident filed a lawsuit against Skittles and its parent company, Mars Incorporated, suing them and claiming that the colorful and tasty candies that we've all grown to adore is unfit for human consumption due to its alarmingly high levels of titanium dioxide, a dangerous additive that puts its consumers at a heightened risk of genotoxicity. And for those of you who don't know, genotoxicity is when a chemical substance has the ability to alter the fundamental structure of our DNA. Titanium dioxide is commonly used for plastics, adhesives, inks, roofing materials, and recent scientific research has proven that titanium dioxide has the ability to bypass our biological membranes, circulate our entire body, and hijack our cells. The European Food Safety Authority has deemed it unsafe and unsuitable for human consumption and has been banned in multiple different countries. This is beyond alarming, especially when you consider the fact that Skittles is one of the many food brands that's owned by Mars Incorporated. And Mars Incorporated is one of the 10 mega companies that owns all of the food brands that we consume.
Think about that shit. We grew up on Skittles, y'all. Am I lying or am I flying? I ain't got my superpowers yet, like as far as flying aspect. But nigga, I think the Skittles that we ate coming up was like stopping us. But you know the crazy thing about that is that these Skittles were cleared to be consumed. So in that lawsuit, I think that, you know, whoever approved that should be in some trouble as well. But whatever, we're gonna keep going though.
Are not that fat. It's the fat Americans who are extra fat. Most Americans are the same as the British.
Well, our food supply is poison.
Yeah.
It was taken over by one group of people, and they own the rights to the seeds and all of that type of stuff, and they forced out all of these farmers. If their seeds blew onto their property, they could sue them for using their seeds. And the media just ignored all of that because they get paid by them. That's sort of what is going on globally, is everybody is just choosing money of the bag, as fucking kids say nowadays. That's what the problem is. Everybody's screaming and yelling about shit that doesn't matter. Like stand-up comedians. They'll yell about that, but they won't talk about literally people poisoning their own countrymen. I mean, they should be fucking put to death for what they did. There you go. There's a hot take. I mean, I know if I did it, if I fucking went to one donut shop and put something in a fucking donut that hurt somebody or caused them to have some sort of medical episode, that would be I would not be sitting here right now.
Nah.
But they somehow, you know how it is. Catholic Church can do what they do. Kind of move people around and everything's all right. As long as you fucking, you're paying people, it's good. So that's what it is.
That's the reality we live in too. Like, come on, man.
Where else in the world? That's not just a cultural phenomenon, but a matter of health and safety. So listen up. You might want to reconsider your list the next time you go shopping. Number 1. Chicken. In Europe and Great Britain, selling chicken treated with chlorine has been banned since 1997. Since 2010, chlorinated chicken has also been banned in Russia. Chicken is washed with chlorine to prevent salmonella and other bacterial infections. In Europe, this method is considered dangerous because a high chlorine content may cause carcinogens, that is, any substance capable of causing cancer, to form in poultry, and that can be harmful to human health. Number 2. Cereal bars. Cereal bars, oatmeal, and the like are considered to be among the healthiest foods, rich in essential vitamins and minerals worldwide. However, in Denmark, these...
Hey, put them nines in chat, y'all was fucking them cereal bars up. Like, come on now. You know, they came out with every flavor. I know y'all was tempted walking by those aisles and seeing that shit, but I'll be walking clear past it now, like real talk.
These products have been banned since 2004. According to the Danish Veterinary and Food Administration, they contain an excess of toxic substances, which can have an adverse effect on children's livers and kidneys if consumed regularly. Number 3. Farmed salmon. Salmon that was born and raised in the wild is rich in omega-3 fatty acids and is good for you, no doubt.
Yeah,
the farm-raised version, however, has a diet of grains, antibiotics, and other medicines, which makes the fish grayish. To give it the attractive-looking pink shade, it's then processed with synthetic substances. No wonder farmed salmon is banned from a list of countries, including Australia and New Zealand. Recently, salmon farming has also been banned in Washington state. Number 4. Soy sauce. According to a study published in Science Direct in 2016, 82% of all grown soybeans are genetically modified. The effects of GMOs on the human body haven't been fully studied, but GMOs are prohibited in some European countries, Russia, the Persian Gulf countries, and other states. What's more, soy sauce can also contain ethyl carbamate, a dangerous carcinogen.
Today's news of what the fuck is actually going on. Have y'all seen this? 1 in 5 shipping containers are stuck at ports worldwide, with a 30% of backlog coming from China. You also know that 6 grain companies have also been targeted in the past year, and 2 have already been targeted this year. Roll the news clip.
In Ag Watch tonight, a warning from the FBI. Farmers need to be on the lookout for potential hackers. The agency says cyber criminals may be more likely to go after the ag industry during planting and harvesting seasons. The FBI says 6 grain companies were targeted last fall, and 2 others have already been attacked this year. They say a major disruption of grain production would impact the entire food chain, something criminals take advantage of when trying to extort growers. They're calling on farmers to take defensive measures against potential ransomware attacks.
Message.
Proof that our food is being post-zero net and that it's not the same as 100 years ago.
So these are pictures of organic watermelons, how nature intended them to be. Now we've got this bigger watermelon with less nutrients and more sugar for taste. They did the same with the banana.
Look at that banana though. I ain't gonna lie to you, you know, we supposed to be eating everything organic and stuff like that. But that banana looks terrifying with seeds in it, don't it? But then I got more questions when it comes to that shit. It's like, I bet. So when I see those in the middle of the jungle, when I see those gorillas and stuff eating those bananas, I don't see them spitting out seeds and shit though. So I'm a little lost on this banana one. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below if y'all know something I don't know. But that shit right there, look. I take the genetically modified bananas. That shit right there got rocks in it.
All about money. They want them as sweet as possible, so you buy them. TikTok keep on banning me, so follow my backup tag below.
Not everything else though.
U.S. foods that are banned in other countries. Ingredients that's in this stuff? Starting off with Mountain Dew. When you look up things that are banned in other countries, literally Mountain Dew is like the first freaking thing you're gonna see. It contains BVO oil, which is brominated vegetable oil, which is literally like a flame retardant that can literally eventually lead to memory loss. What? Good old Lil Debbie.
Of course.
These Swiss rolls contain red 40 dye and yellow 5, which in European countries it is now permitted. However, they have to have a warning that will say it can cause adverse effects in children. Frosted Flakes, Honey Bunches of Oats, and Rice Krispies. Ugh. Contains BHT, which is a flavor enhancer. It has been studied for such a long time because potentially it has carcinogenic properties. What are they putting in our food?
I ain't gonna lie, I used to smack Frosted Flakes, bro. Like, but that's the thing in the past. I don't eat. Look, man, if you an adult and you eating cereal, like, look, man, something wrong with you, man. I'm gonna say that. You don't know how to cook if you eating cereal.
Guys, watch this video of Post Malone with me, and let's see what we think.
Biggest lie, it would have to be the fucking U.S. government, actually. Give me it. No, I'm serious. The biggest lie is the U.S. government. It's not what it used to be. Now it's a fucking reality show, and I think there's going to be a lot of weird shit that happens within our lifetime and within our generation that really changes the way of the world. So move somewhere, because whenever martial law is declared, you have whenever the credit cards fail, whenever your cards fail, whenever your banks fail and you can't use your fucking card anymore, you have 3 days to get out of where you are, because that's when they're coming for you. That's the big move. That's checkmate right there. And they think they have you. But move out to the country, get your scraps, stand up for yourself, build a tower, build a long road to where you can see them coming. Don't give up.
That sound like a zombie apocalypse. That's what that shit sound like. Look. You feel me? But y'all gotta understand that the rich are moving into bunkers. I showed y'all in the last video that they have bunkers that look better than most people's houses that they have above ground. They've been prepared. They're ready. They got food that lasts them years. They got everything down there. But, you know, something catastrophic happens, you know, I don't see how you can survive that even underground, because they're not that deep under there where they're that safe. But whatever. I'd rather
Welcome
get
back.
burnt up,
Would
do it the
you
fast
eat your
way.
favorite
And be
takeaway if
smushed.
it was made in a
Can't breathe
laboratory?
underground.
The thought of 3D printed nuggets might not sound appetizing,
Think of
but
3D.
scientists say you won't be able to taste the difference.
For in this Russian lab, your next
3D
tasty
printed
KFC
chicken nuggets?
meal is being prepared. Just finishing off some seafood for another customer first. This one is a squid. Yes, KFC has partnered with Russian scientists to develop lab-made chicken nuggets.
Just when you thought you heard it all.
George, soy lecithin, potassium bromate. Potassium bromate! This supermarket is trying to kill us! You! Potassium bromate, do you know what that is? Are you okay, sir? It is known to induce renal cell tumors, methyltheliomas of the peritoneum. Can I call someone for you? Call someone. You know what you're putting into our bodies? Death! Delicious strawberry flavored death!
Strawberry flavored death. Hey,
I don't
facts.
really know what to eat anymore. Like, they're trying to kill us. They're like.
Oh, this girl right, yeah. I don't need no copyright from this lame video right here. This is the one. I got it on my list, y'all. You ain't getting my money today, goddamn it. Got me fucked up. But yeah, this is the clear example of you thinking that you buying something that's good for you. You can scan it on apps and stuff like that and check out the ingredients and stuff on the back, and then it'll let you know what's in your stuff. So this is a good thing for y'all to have if you're not like here with it, you know, scanning your food and understand what's in it. Real talk. And she found out that this so-called healthy product was not healthy at all. Crazy, right?
Back to 5D Mystery School. I just wanted to give you a quick update on this food shortage.
Sleep apnea.
On Instagram,
Not eating
Jet
these
Worth
things.
sent this
Yep.
to me.
Yep.
And I just wanted to
I
bring you a
appreciate
quick
that. Yeah.
update.
I'm happy for you.
This was posted on June the 15th. Another
talk?
U.S.
Congrats.
food processing plant erupts in flames. Now, when you hear this, it's not just, oh, the building caught on fire and, you know, some equipment caught on fire.
Nah.
Let me give you an insight on what this means. All right, so you can see the meat industry takes heavy hit as up to 10,000 cattle die from heat and humidity in Kansas. Now, that's just one minor case. A list of 90 US-based food manufacturing plants destroyed under the Biden administration. This was posted June the 13th, so very recently. 95. Let that sink in. So pause to read these. So as you can see here, a processing plant was destroyed, you know, a couple of processing plants, a production company. But as you start to scroll, you see how serious it is. You can see here 294,800 chickens, 644,000 chickens, 663,400 chickens, 900,000 chickens.
Coincidence, right?
5 million chickens. Yeah, serious. 40,000 pounds of food meant to feed people in a food desert near Maricopa.
What up, money? I see you.
Another 5 million chickens. Just pause to read more. Then to finish it off here, another 3 million chickens.
Another 3 million chickens.
Irrigation water was canceled in California, and that was on June the 9th. So like I mentioned in another video, even if you don't believe a food shortage is going to happen, just prepare, just a little bit, because they've been prepared. And you, don't be scared, be prepared. Take care of yourself, guys. I love you. Peace.
And you know what's crazy though? A lot of people got a lot of pride. They got too much pride. Like, oh, ain't nothing gonna happen until shit start happening, just like the last time. And everything got shut down and everybody was fucking crying and whoop-de-whoop-whoop. Be prepared for stuff like this, you know? Nothing is outside of our imagination. You know? Like, just is no harm in being prepared for anything. Not to say that, oh, this shit is gonna happen tomorrow. Could. Anything could happen tomorrow. You know? So I just want my people, everybody that rock with me on my channel, for what background you come from, none of that stuff. I just want everybody to be prepared, man, for you and your families, for anything.
Alright, y'all, so there was a recent study done, and basically a list of foods were released that were claimed to shorten your lifespan. But on the bright side, there's also foods on this list that increase your lifespan. The number one being peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, adding 33 minutes and 1 second to your life. Baked salmon and bananas adding 13. Then you got tomatoes and avocados adding up to 3 minutes. And surprisingly, you got fries. Wow. I'm not complaining. But this is where things get a little tricky. You got cheddar taking away 1.4 minutes, bacon taking away 6.4 minutes, pizza taking 7.8 minutes away from your life. And of course, a double cheeseburger taking away 8.8 minutes of your life. A soft drink, basically a soda, taking away 12.4 minutes of your life.
And then look at the hot dog
at a whopping 36.3 minutes.
Yo, hey, they out of pocket for making them damn hot dogs, man. Look, I done heard about how they make them. It's insane. I appreciate it, Honeybee. I appreciate that. Yuka, right? All right, bet. Yeah, that's that. They out of pocket. What's in the hot dog that's making it that bad for you? Do your own research. They already got human
Here's
meat in
everything
it.
you may have missed in the recently removed Kanye West Drink Champs episode. Peep this.
The most important resource to knowledge is water. Our third is food. Our fourth is shelter.
Let me ask you, have you seen that guy that created that system that gets water out of the atmosphere?
Yeah, I met with him before.
Yeah,
and we
pizza is
need
my
that.
favorite.
We need every version of how we could take salt water out of the atmosphere. But right now in America, say one of the laws that I would change is it's illegal to collect rainwater in America.
What? Illegal? It's illegal?
It's illegal to collect rainwater
You go to
in
every
America.
other country, they're collecting rainwater.
It's crazy, right?
You know, people are controlling the water. You know, it's gonna be what t-shirt you wear, what political opinion, and who got beef for who. You ain't got no water. You ain't got no life. People call me, they wanna call me crazy. It's like running a marathon. If I got some short shorts on and a tank top and I'm sweating hard as hell, running down a street, running the wrong way down a freeway, then you're gonna say that person is crazy. But if 100 other people do it with me, then it's a marathon. Look at every single bill I pay. I only pay bills on a Friday, and I look at everyone one by one by one by one. Like, I was thinking getting to be a billionaire would take me out of having to do work. Now, one of my biggest jobs is keeping my money because there's a lot of people that's on a full-time job to take my money.
Right.
And I've literally lost hundreds of millions of dollars by not looking close enough.
White lives have always mattered because that's what caused Yaku.
Why they ain't show all that?
Of this present world, because he saw nothing and made something of it. He saw in the brown chair another man, another human, and he, Yaku, through a system of birth control.
So what do you think about these comments from Ye on Drink Champs? Crazy or genius?
He has a different look. You got to understand when it comes to that brother right there, he has a different thinking pattern that's unique. Where, you know, I'm not in the business of demonizing my own people and jumping on the hate train. I understand what they were saying. You know, we as colored folks, we've been getting dragged since the beginning of time, since the beginning of everything that we know to be this lifetime that we're living, right? We've been showed as slaves. We even seen we came up they had roots and shit, and they showed us how we was getting drowned and stuff like that, and hung, burned, everything, raped. But then on top of that, they come out with a fucking movie called Django, and then everything is fucking funny. Everybody's slurring the N-word around, and it's supposed to be a comedy. Everybody's supposed to have a good time about it. But the moment somebody says who we really are, it's a fucking problem, right? See, that's the problem. And the problem is a lot of times we've been programmed to just go against our own people, man. And it's crazy. I'm not gonna be one of them. Don't control me. And you're not gonna scare me with money and all the other shit. Like, cool, whatever. I'm always gonna be able to get it. But Ye's a different thinker, y'all. He's a person with all the ideas. Not, it ain't always the best delivery sometimes. More like DiGiorno.
All right, so I'm about to tell my version of my dream that I've been having.
So I was in the middle of a dream, and mind you, I haven't had dreams in like some years, right? Since my last big eventful dream. But this dream, it was like pitch black dark. I had been walking with some friends, and it was like we was headed to a party or something. Because there was like other people walking too, but me and my group, we was just walking heading to where we was heading to.
Like they doing Kyrie, yeah. We'll talk about that.
Noticed that there was just people in like gray hoodies with black ball caps and like sweats or like black jeans or something. They had like these little silver metal canisters, tall metal almost like water bottles, but like ones you can reuse. Like the ones you buy from Walmart. And they were aiming to the sky, and there was like this black mist. There was like a silver gray mist coming out of it. It almost reminded me how how the chemtrails be with the planes, but instead of the planes doing it, it was people holding canisters aiming to the sky. And as I'm looking at this mist float up to the sky, being sprayed into the sky from the ground, I'm noticing that the sky is pitch black. There's no stars. Then as I look up to the right of the sky, there's like this little, not little, but huge ass spaceships. They were like rolling in, and they were covering like purple fire, almost like purple fire, purple electricity. And then when they smacked on the ground, they looked like tree trunks, bro. Like they looked like boof. They just landed right there like tree trunks or whatnot. And the ship, whatever crashed, opened up, and they were like these reptilian things, but their tongues weren't like reptilian tongues. They looked like needles. And the person that I was with, the people that I was with, they just broke out and started screaming. Myself, I ejected myself at the dream because I was like, I'm prepared to some alien shit. But how y'all doing today?
Hey, bro, wasn't ready, y'all. He wasn't ready for that shit.
Man,
Yeah, would eject the Cedo out that motherfucker too.
The dream was crazy, right? And I've had other dreams, man. I've had other dreams leading up to this, and then when you talk about the Anunnaki and these different civilizations of worlds of people, and then come to find out that the Anunnaki look like me. Brown skin, darker than this, black skin, beards go all the way down to here. Like you see how us black men growing our beards. Look at the Anunnaki, how their beards is, and look at our beards. I'm just saying. So, I say all that to say this: that please look out for part 2 of this, because I'm gonna be going backwards instead of starting off from my first dream. I decided to do this video with my latest dream that was, like I said, 2 days ago. And like I said, I haven't had dreams in a heck of long. You know what I mean? This is my first dream in a long time. So if anybody else is out there having dreams somewhat to the same effect, lock me in, add me, I'll add you back. Bro, we gotta stick together. Real talk. I don't know what's coming or if it's already.
Hey, look, and that's why I be telling y'all that sentiment. We need to stick together, real shit. Because look, when you see stuff like that, it activates something within you. I don't know if y'all had these type of dreams or any like dream that you can like remember and it feels real, but you tapping into a different version of yourself. That's internal, but it's everywhere at the same time. So when you in this dream, you're not gonna get hurt by anything. Just understand what you're into, like where you at. You're safe. You're in your safe space. So see as much as you can and see if you can remember that or not when you're coming out. We already got robbed of that when we was babies and we came into this world.
Like I said, my last video, I'm gonna be telling my dreams backwards, from the latest dream to the first dream. So my last dream was about spaceships, purple fire, thunder, reptilians with tongues of needles or whatnot. I ejected myself out of the dream because I was not prepared at all for what I seen in that video. And I don't think if that was real, I don't think anybody in this world was prepared for that. But anyway, my other dream before that one, like I said, I haven't had dreams in a long time since the last one. But the dream I had before that, it was about this copper-colored, brown-skinned woman. And she was bald-headed. And she had the tribal markings on her face, the white dots and everything, very beautiful and vibrant woman. And she had like this neck dress that was red and gold and beautiful. And she said these 3 words to me. I never forget. This is before I knew anything about the Anunnaki. She said, Ane, Anu, Anai. Ane, Anu, Anai. And I'll never forget those words, bro. So like I said, the last dream I told y'all about happened 3 days ago. Before that dream, I haven't had no dreams. The last dream I had before the one I told you about was like 3 or 4 years ago. You understand me? Or rather, understand? I'll never forget it. And it was a black woman, bald-headed, had tribal markings, had the neck dress that was laced in gold and red. And she just said those 3 words to me. Never forget it. If y'all ever heard of those 3 words before, in a dream or ever heard it at all, it was a ne, a nu, a nai. Never forget it, man. So if you ever heard that, let me know. Let me know what that means. Huh? Document it, man.
My nigga document. Hey, listen to what he got to say, man.
Yeah.
It's a smart man, right?
I appreciate you, brother. For sure. Yeah. But shit be crazy, man. I've been talking to a lot of people about this. As you can see, I've been talking to kings out here. I only talk within the Anunnaki group. Like, and as you see, I'm dreadlocked. My boy, he dreadlocked. Like, you know, step into your rightful place.
Hey man, I got
Step
one.
into your rightful place.
Feel me?
This shit cracking,
I
man.
got one, bro.
One more time we playing. Time is on.
Do y'all realize that there's a lot of hidden?
I just want to be a little different. You feel me? But I mean, look, y'all can see by this brother, like he's not in the best shape, none of that shit. So this is happening to everybody. So you don't have to be on some type of special fucking diet because he clearly had a Black and Mild. You know what I'm saying? Like you smoke Black and Milds. Look, nigga, you stressed out. You stressed out. You hitting that Black and Mild, man. Look, I'm not gonna act like I ain't hit one in my lifetime. You stressed the hell out. But you know, this is everybody can get downloads. That's why it's important for people to come together and share information. Yeah, for sure.
Meanings inside the Bible, and that those meanings are trying to tell you how powerful you are. Everything y'all are seeking is already inside of you. The Bible clearly told you the kingdom of God is from within. Y'all can't see it from looking up in the sky. That's where y'all looking. Y'all looking up in the sky, y'all looking over there and over there, when it's really in here. In the Garden of Eden, there was a river that parted into 4 heads. Well, your brain also parts into 4 heads. And there's also water flowing through all 4 sections. The 4-headed river is right here. In the Garden of Eden also lies a clever, deceiving serpent. And that serpent is y'all's spinal cord. And this serpent travels all the way up and connects to your reptilian brain. This is your animal nature brain. Just runs straight off impulses. Sleep, eat, reproduce, and the cycle continues. And if y'all are looking for the tree of life, y'all will find it right here inside your nervous system. This is the tree that brings life. Christ is also known as the anointed one, which means to be smeared with oil. Well, our body also secretes a sacred oil.
Hold on. Y'all see how we look when we ain't got this on? We ain't got that skeleton on? I really wanted y'all to see that. I can't really get to that point.
Brain just runs straight off impulses. Sleep, eat, reproduce, and the cycle continues. And if y'all are looking for the tree of life, y'all will find it right here inside your nervous system. This is the tree that brings life.
Look. That's us. That's us. Look at that. That's what you really look like. Yeah. You fucking alien. Or a tree. Either one. You pick, you know?
Christ is also known as the anointed one, which means to be smeared with oil. Well, our body also secretes a sacred oil or fluid once every month. And this oil is known as the crimson oil or the oil of Christ. This oil is secreted from your colostrum, which lies inside your cerebrum. Also, did y'all know that Santa Claus comes from colostrum? Santa Claus, Santa Claustrum. Because Santa Claus comes down the chimney and right back up, just like this oil from the colostrum inside your body. When this oil of Christ is secreted from the colostrum, it then gets distributed between the pineal gland and the pituitary gland. And do y'all remember that land flowing with milk and honey? Well, once both of those glands receive the oil of Christ, your pituitary gland actually secretes a hormone called melatonin, which is golden and sticky. It looks just like honey. And your pituitary gland actually releases something called prolactin, which lactate, lactose, is milk. That's how you get to the land flowing with milk and honey. Now, once you got your milk and honey, it then travels down the spine until it reaches the solar plexus. Now, this is where they then produce a seed. This is where you get your Christ seed from. The seed then travels up the spine all the way to the 33rd vertebrae. Once it reaches the 33rd vertebrae, it is then crucified. And Christ died at the age of 33. And it's crucified where one nerve crosses another. And this crucifixion is happening in Golgotha, or the skull, which is the location of the 33rd vertebrae. The oil then stays buried inside the hypothalamus gland for 3 days, and then rises on the 3rd day just like Christ. It then connects with the pineal gland, and then you reach that God consciousness. Like and follow for more. Tap in, family.
Okay, something interesting that I actually found out
You
was
need to put them blacks
apparently
down.
NASA was originally
I quit
created to explore the sea
Long time
and not
ago.
space. Now, if this is true, it kind of brings up the question. It really makes you wonder, what the hell did they find down there, bruh? Like, what the hell was it down there that all of a sudden just made everybody... Hey, we should get out of here. Yeah, we should definitely get out of here. Hey, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up. Yeah, we're just gonna wrap this up. Let's do that space thing. Like, did they find some type of Godzilla creature down there? What was it down there that had everybody so shook and ready to go? Or, what if, hear me out. What if the ocean is somehow linked to like space or like other worlds? Like they found some type of black hole or portal in the ocean and like the depths of the ocean. And they know that, so now they're trying to explore space. Like as above, so below type stuff. I'm making light of the situation, but really though, what did they find down there?
What do you think about...
And now we about to find out. Hey, look, y'all like the way I set that up? Now we about to find out. Y'all about to see some shit. Let me know how y'all. We're gonna talk about this one after this one plays.
this?
I don't know if y'all ever seen this before. This is at the bottom of the ocean. This is what they ain't gonna tell you.
Without a doubt, one of the most amazing things that I had ever seen at the bottom of the ocean. It was while filming for Blue Planet. It was in the Gulf of Mexico. And I noticed there's something out in the distance. Couldn't tell exactly what, but it looked like a dark band. And as we approached it, the dark band became a donut. I saw this donut. It was black in the center. What the heck is that? And so as we get closer and closer to it, I noticed that the black band had what appeared to be kind of steam over it. And then I looked, and there was water lapping against the shoreline. This band was a
In the ocean.
of mussels. And inside the ring of mussels was a lake. And it's like, wait a minute, I'm already underwater. We went out over the water in this lake and tried to descend it and bounced off. It was so super saline and dense that the submarine couldn't go down it. We literally bounced off, and as we bounced off, we sent ripples heading back to the shoreline. It was insane. I've never seen anything like it.
And he lost his life after that. He got unalived after that. That's what happened. Like, that's crazy right there. Well, they say natural causes or something like that, but you know, you can't unsee that. Y'all just seen that. Any explanations? You wonder why they've been dropping bombs inside the ocean, setting the ocean on fire? Did you see the way that the ocean was on fire, and did you see how it was on fire? The video that I showed y'all, it was a circle of fire in the water, right? What was that down there? That was a circle of something, right? So they're trying to set something on fire so they can breach it, get through it, whatever. I'm just saying, got these brains for a reason, right? Why not use it?
Among the group that greeted the Anunnaki in 54 at Muroc, which is now Edwards Air Force, there was an archbishop from Los Angeles by the name of Mike McIntyre. McIntyre had been invited to be present when they landed to meet them, because I thought, well, somebody ought to be representing the church here, And they brought old McIntyre over from L.A., from Muroc. And they were there for 2 days. And these guys scared the shit out of everybody with their technology. And they talked openly. The two hovered over the runway for 2 days. Just never landed. I mean, no legs or nothing. They just hovered over the damn runway. It's all on film. But the other guys come out, landed right in front of the hangar, and got out and went over and, shook hands or whatever. I don't know what the hell they did. McIntyre was present because Ike had invited him. Well, after it was all over with, after the second day, the guys get back in their ship and off they go. Our intelligence people got a hold of McIntyre and says, now, Archbishop, you got to understand. You can't talk about anything you've seen. Oh, I understand. Archbishop, this is beyond top secret. You can't say a word about what we have just experienced.
Beyond top secret. And you got to think, bro, these look, old people don't give a fuck no more. Like, when they get to a certain, they just don't care, bro. They gonna say whatever the hell they want to say, because 9 times out of 10, a lot of them be ready to go anyway, because they done seen all their friends leave and everything, and they family members, so they just, I fucked with you, but not like that. Everybody else I really fucked with gone, so they gonna tell the truth. Yeah, a lot of these people y'all see speaking in these videos though, that's exposing like juicy stuff, most of them aren't here. And I got this other clip I'm gonna show y'all tomorrow, but it's a clip of showing like herbalists and doctors that are treating people the natural way and stuff like that. Over 60 of them got unalive last year. Perfectly healthy though. Look at the trees. The trees is like, fuck this. These niggas is tripping, bro. I'm gone. I'm out. The trees tired of this shit. They spraying shit all in the air and fucking up their water situation. They compromised now. Y'all really seeing trees walk. You ever thought you'd see the day? And that's no special effects. There's no special effects. Yeah, he real low. He real low in the video. Like some of these is super low. Red Hottie Blue, I appreciate you. Seeing is believing, right? Yeah, but they don't let us see nothing else though. They limit shit we can do.
And the Great Reset. Oh my days. Now this always seems to be the case. Construction workers will come in just to build a car park, not knowing what's lying waiting, buried underneath. In this case, people have been driving on top of buildings. Do you know how high the mud has to be for you to build a road on top of a building? Many cities are like this. Your city is like this. Anytime you come across buildings buried underground in this way, you're dealing with mud flood.
The ancient ones knew the cycles. The Hindus call these cycles the Yuga cycle of 24,000 years, in which we go through the gold, silver, bronze and iron age, just like we go through the yearly summer, winter, and the daily night and day. So we do this in the 24,000 year backward processional cycle. And we are at what the prophecies say is the time of the harvest, the time of the end of this wave of evolution of mankind, where certain ones ascend, awaken, remember who they are and reclaim their divinity.
Message.
What is going?
Yeah, they're gonna try to copyright me. Absolutely not. Seeing those trees walking around in the air. I'll be reading in my mind. Look, don't pay me no mind. That the Happening Good movie, yeah, it is. It really is. I'm gonna skip this one.
Black's hair, your follicle, my follicle is not round. It's flat, like a ribbon. So you know how Christmas you rub your hand on the ribbon and it curls up? Well, that's the way our hair do. White hair is like a soda straw. It's round, so it hangs. What is the purpose for that? All of the main arteries that take the messages and information from the brain to the rest of the body pass through the human neck. So if you're caught in an ice age, you've got to grow enough hair to shield the neck, to insulate the neck. Otherwise, you're gonna die. Same thing with the nostrils. When you're in the sun of Africa, you need these big nostrils we have because you gotta cool the brain down. But if you're in Europe and all that ice, you don't want to cool the brain down. So you need a smaller nostril bridge so you can warm the air up that's coming in.
See, look, we learning stuff about ourselves. That was a beautiful
This
thing.
is, listen, I'm gonna go deep. This is the state that Satan wants men, because in this state.
Already heard one of these. We're gonna skip that. I'm gonna say that for another video. Say that one for another video too.
ET human hybrids running underground cities. Like and follow for more videos.
Places in Europe, which I don't want to mention where, but in Europe you have one. One of the biggest ones, believe it or not, is in Antarctica. You could travel by train. If you have the ability, you could travel by levitation. They guard it with technology. It's not like people are sitting there with guns and watching you.
Are there any guards on any entrances?
Very few.
Where are these entrances?
Can't tell you.
Around cities, area?
All over. They never end. You go in and...
How many times have you been in these tunnels? And why?
Not too many. About 10 times.
For what purpose?
It's not my thing. The 2020 operations got me involved in the New York area. And many kids were taken out. Many kids. Not only in New York. All over. But again, it's another example. Why did they stop? There's more kids out there. It's one of the more difficult missions I had to take because the things you see there, it stays in your memory forever and you feel disgusted. You see things one should not see. A lot of the kids were taken out. I don't know if you can call them kids anymore. They're more like subhumans. It's like you see, I don't want to say monsters, but they look deformed. Some looked okay, but all of them, you could see they're not well.
You see sick children. Were the majority brought there? Were they born there? Is there cloning down there?
Well, in the old days, they used to kidnap kids and just take them. Today, they still use kidnapping, but not as much as they used to. Today, it's more of cloning. You can take a child and clone him over and over again, and you dispose of the body whenever you're done with it. Most of the kids who were taken out, they're not making it. They don't know how to live outside of the tunnels. Most of them, they're in such a bad shape, they perish anyway.
What kind of things, and I know this is a difficult topic, what kind of things have you seen done by...
It's like...
Learned it at school, did you? So this is the Mississippians. Yeah, it's so interesting because I just watched a documentary on this. So before we broke down into different tribes, it's Native.
It sounds like some of us walking in some of these places. The more information you see, and the more you go seek out, and when you go to these museums, you start piecing shit together, and you know what's real and what's not.
Americans, you see this, it says 800.
Crazy. You start knowing who you are.
To 1650, we were the Mississippians, meaning we were already over here before 1492 or 1650. You see that? Mississippian people. A lot of people don't know that. So we were already over here. So the reason you kind of see us breaking down into Cherokee, Navajo, Blackfoot, all of that is because when we were fighting to keep the indigenous land here, that's how the different tribes broke down.
She said, y'all slow.
But before we were any of that, we were the Mississippians. So, little history lesson for today.
Hey guys, this is an ancient temple at Lake Pakshi, and here we can see this strange carving. You can see that it has a reptilian face. When I asked the locals who this god is, they told me it is called Anunaga. It sounds very similar.
I'm gonna say that one too. And that one. I want y'all to see this.
For them to make their moves, and then we adjust. That's how it always is. Armed feds pay visit to Amish farmer faces hundreds of thousands in fines. Amos Miller, an Amish farmer who runs a holistically managed small farm, bird in hand, Pennsylvania, grows and prepares food in tune with nature, the way he believes God intended. This seems like a sound idea to the approximately 4,000 customers purchases Miller's meat, eggs, dairy products from his private members-only food club. Now, he had to start a members-only food club because there's some kind of regulation over there that's stopping him from just having the general public come to his store, okay? So he's doing the workaround, just like everybody does. The federal government, however, appears to disagree, right? A federal judge recently ordered Miller to cease and desist all meat sales. Our Organic Wellness reported U.S. Marshals were deployed to search Miller's property. And then they inventoried his stock to assure that he doesn't sell or slaughter any more animals. In other words, the Fed shut down Amos Miller's operation. Now, we had not such a hardcore thing happen a little while ago. It was probably 2 years or a little more to our Amish meat processing guy. The USDA came in and they tried to basically force him to comply with rules that they know he can't comply with, okay? So they're into this refrigeration. He has a system set up where they bring in the box cars, the 18-wheeler box cars with the big freezers on them, right? So they have those backed into the property during the harvesting of the deer, right? We have a big deer season around here. And then he puts all the meat inside of there, and then everyone comes and picks it up, and then that's how he was handling his meat as well for people that brought in cows and sheep and that wanted any kind of butchering done, right? Well, they came in and raised a big stink about that. He had to build this whole new facility, redo his whole little thing. And so I'm just kind of letting you guys know, like, they're really after the food situation. They're really monitoring who's doing the food, why they're doing the food, where the food's coming from, because just like Henry Kissinger said, control the food, control the people. Miller claims he's being persecuted by the federal government for practicing his religious beliefs and religious freedoms to grow and prepare food according to his religious beliefs, right? Which all of us do. We actually plant because we know that the Father has given us all good things for our body, and the seed that he gives us is good for our body, okay? And we also plant according to signs, we plant according to the moon, we plant according to scripture, right? We have sabbaticals, all this kind of stuff, okay? And that's where I was getting in my last video. I was talking about how they're gonna pin you down to make you conform to things you don't agree with because you're in the system, right? To believe your own thought, to believe what is true for you in your private heart is true for all men. That is genius. So wrote American philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson in his influential 1841 essay of self-reliance. Once upon a time, America respected the notion of self-reliance. It was the heart of the American mythos. Not anymore. Think about that, guys. That is so true. We're moving faster and faster into groupthink, right? The individual is slowly fading unless we can speak up, right? In March, George Lapsley, a court-appointed expert to receive unimpeded access to Miller's farm to inspect the facilities according to the Food Safety News. On March 11th, Lapsley reported that Mr. Miller did not fully cooperate and requested assistance from the U.S. Marshal Service, right? So some guy goes in there with a bad attitude. He's showing the slightest bit of resistance, and they come in full force. And why do they do that? They do that to intimidate you, okay? Federal Judge Edward G. Smith of Eastern District of Pennsylvania then ordered that the USMS was authorized to use whatever reasonable force was necessary to gain entry into the facilities to authorize and inspect. Furthermore, according to the Food Safety News, the court's order permitted Lapsley to make unannounced visits to Miller's farm, basically trespassing. Presumably, this meant anytime, day or night, never mind, God, Big Brother is here. Okay, that's an article floating around. It's the Western Journal, a couple of other commentaries in there from some other links. I'm a little bit slow on getting you some of the news, stuff that's really important. I'm going to get to you as fast as I can. This was kind of, I just want to make you aware of this, okay? They're clamping down on the food. I was also reading.
It's like, it's not like as if they weren't already clamping down on it hard enough. You know, no pun intended, but, you know, you got to think. When it comes to this whole food situation, like even people starting their own personal gardens, they having people register them shits. Like register your garden so they can keep tabs on what you have. And then on top of that, like, look, we already talked about the corn seeds and stuff like that. None of this stuff is real anymore. It's not. We're not getting the proper minerals. That's why, and the nutrition in our bodies from the same food that we eating. And that's why I be trying to tell y'all, like, take care of yourselves. Be conscious of what you're putting in your body. Get used to fasting. Get used to eating. I would recommend, that's what I do. I fast. Fast is actually really good for you. Get used to eating like one meal a day. That's what I do. Like, I'm good over here. So look, my kids gonna be able to eat. I'm gonna be able to go. I can work out. I can go to the gym off of one meal a day. Just and keep myself, my energy be so high. And when I do eat, I don't eat and I be sleepy like, oh man, no, I have a lot of energy all day because I'm trying to put the right things in my body. That's real talk though. You know, and everybody can do that, you know, and people, y'all understanding my age and stuff like that, and y'all like, damn, how you moving like that? How your setup still holding, how you still together and shit? Taking care of myself and being conscious of everything that I do. You know, the hardest thing to do is to know the truth and then make the right decision and staying consistent with, you know, staying out the way and doing what you got to do. That's the hardest part. But look, let me continue this video though.
Time, that shit done with. Scientists are confused. The earth is spinning faster than usual and days are going slightly faster. The earth don't spin, but the sun and the moon are revolving a lot faster. So what this means, if time's speeding up, that means your manifestations is speeding up. Your spiritual growth is speeding up. Your life is speeding up. The reason why is because there's been back-to-back solar storms. But the sun speeds up the rate of photosynthesis. Everything on earth is nature. We all take part in photosynthesis. This is why you need to eat fruits and vegetables. Because whatever you eat, you get the DNA and the genes of this. You need natural DNA to go through natural photosynthesis. This is you. Light intensity increases the rate of photosynthesis because more energy is being provided. So if you're trying to shift to the 5D, make sure you're doing everything you need to do to get there. Meditating, taking care of your body, exercising, writing goals, timeline jumping, because there's being more energy provided. Use it, use it, use it.
Facts.
Part 1.
Okay, latest water test. Tested the rain. 13,100 micrograms per liter of aluminum in the rain in 2013. Normally, it should be 0. So 13,100 is pretty damn much, folks. It used to be 0, then it was 100s in the 2000s, and then since 2010, it's into the 1,000s and the latest 13,100. In the snow on Mount Shasta, pristine Mount Shasta, 61,000 feet. No, excuse me, 8,000 foot level, 61,000 micrograms per liter. 4 times the amount that is found in the soil up there. Where in the hell is this stuff coming from if it's not coming from the soil? You know, these tests are international in scope. We're seeing this all over the world, guys. Okay, pH, you want some figures? Okay, latest water test. Tested the rain. 13,100 micrograms per liter of aluminum in the...
Wow, this is about to be a part 2. You about to get more on this.
Okay, pH of acid soils is 20 times more alkaline. The aluminum in the soil has doubled in the last 10 years. Aluminum blocks essential nutrients. I am unable in my garden to restore normal pH, and that's because nanoparticles are now in the circulatory systems of both plants and humans. So welcome, fellow guinea pigs. The collapse and decrease of agriculture is something I worry about even more than the previous info about autism and Alzheimer's. You want some figures? Okay, latest one. Okay.
Message.
Asking AI to draw the next evolution of humans.
Absolutely not, nigga. Like, that's all I got to say to that. AI said this is going to be the next evolution of humans. How's that evolution? How is that qualified for evolution, though? Somebody make that shit make sense. That's probably what niggas gonna be looking like at 14 years old in the future. Look, man, that's crazy. Where they come up with this stuff? Look, man, this is, hey, this shit crazy. The AI said that, probably on to something too. But we ain't gonna look like that. They're like a thumbprint, don't he?
Black people have migrated all around. When they landed from the sky, since they are from the stars, their story is ancient. Black people are ancient people. When they land here, they migrated to all the places around planet Earth.
Almost everyone tends to agree all human life was born in the African continent and then spread out.
No, there's no such a thing like that.
House, yeah,
Why they
fact.
say life originated in Africa, it's because the people who have the center of knowledge and the history of mankind and its origin there in Africa.
We came as aliens onto this planet. The pyramids that were built by black aliens, which is us.
Yes. We came from the sky through the 2 twins who are from the Sirius star. When they came here, another one got married with the sea creatures, meaning the people who are living in the seas. And then this other one saved us from the great threat of the dragon, who was coming for its egg that we used to come here with. That is the spaceship, by the way. And the dragon, it's the military.
Are you saying black people and what people call aliens have got a relationship?
Yes, sir.
Are you saying black people are aliens?
Yes, we are aliens. We are from beyond even this galaxy. We are not from this kind of constellation.
I don't know if you know Marvel Comics.
Yes, sir.
The Avengers, Spider-Man, Black Panther. This sounds similar. What makes it not a concocted story of an imagination of someone?
Who's this elder, the founder of the Marvel?
Stan Lee.
Stan Lee, may peace be with him. When Stan Lee visited South Africa, he came as a secret tourist. And then he visited the great Honorable Baba Credo.
Like David Icke did as well.
Yes, Hollywood is influenced by our sagas. The Spider-Man saga It's the same story as Enki. You get Enki in Kenya. There's Enki, the great teller of the stories. Even in the Organ Gods, Enki is a great teller of the stories, and he's a spider. Even in the Dogon, you get the spider being called Dada Adana. And then Dada Adana, he's the one that spread his webs, the spider that it shoots, like Spider-Man. The Spider-Man is influenced by African legend, same as Batman. It's influenced by Umulumulu, who used to fly in Devon. You know, they used to see that. It's the same thing. These things are a part of our life, and we exist with them. Some of them are relative friends or relative families. We are cousins with them. Like the Celtic Stone Age, they claim that a Comsta, meaning it was from Africa, it came as a power of Africa. And the center pillar of the stone, it is still written, the tag of that this came with Africans. The stones there in Britain, they have a name for them.
Not Stonehenge.
Stonehenge. Okay. Yes, the Stonehenge. It's called like that. It's from Africa. But the pig, it's not eaten because it's a human being. Okay. That is where we get genetical pigmentation of white people. The pig has a pink skin, same as a white person. It's just it plays around the dead. And the pig gets red when it is angry. If you have lived amongst the pig, they get this kind of color reddish in that pinkness. And genetically, they are like genotypes. It has the same genotypes as a white person. They started to exist here 6,000 years ago because they were interbred of these wild pigs.
Why is it that other people have got stronger melanin than the other?
It's because we pass next to the sun. That is why it's genetically inherited. You inherited from your fathers, grandfathers, who came here from the stars.
And then others didn't?
They are not from the stars. It happens through interbreeding, that the genes of the white people may be strong. Hence why the royal house contain the genes of black people. That's their secret. Okay. It's all about St. Maurice. There's a guy called St. Maurice. There's a church, and there's celebration in Europe for that. He was a black man. They had to breed with black people in order to have what we call strong genes.
Hold on, I'm looking for this one part. There's going to be a copyright.
Is there something they're not telling us about our ancient realm and so-called mountains?
I think it might be that. Look at that. I always wondered that about these mountains, though, because we do see pictures of them back in the day when they used to chop these trees down and they used to stand in them and shit, and you used to see how big they are. But currently in today's, you can't go out there and see those type of trees because they chopped them all down. Look at that. That's clearly a tree. Come on, we can't say that's a mountain, y'all. That ain't just do that. The mountain ain't just doing that by itself. Do that shit. Look how big it was. Pause. You know, like. Yeah, so all this stuff you see, that's why it goes right back to the damn Avatar, right? See all those big ass trees and how they were living with the earth? Look at that shit. Look at us. Look at nature. Once again. Come on now. Look at that. That's beautiful right there. That's crazy. Y'all gotta travel. Y'all gotta go see these things. You know, look outside your city. Let me see in the chat what was y'all favorite place to visit and why? That Primetime Fox? What you mean? Let me see. Truth Seeker. Oh, I need to show. Look, that'd be lit. But check this out right here, though.
The United States and possibly for the rest of the world.
Hold on, I want you to hear what he's saying in the beginning of this joint. Damn.
Possibly for the rest of the world. Billionaire Mark Cuban has launched a war against Big Pharma. Recently, he started an online pharmacy where over 100 life-saving medications are offered at low cost. He's charging a standard 15% markup in an industry that typically sees no less than 100% markup. And just one example, a life-saving leukemia drug with a typical retail price of $9,657 is offered by him for a total of $47. This right here is a huge blessing. Mark Cuban alone is saving so many lives right now.
Right.
Why couldn't Congress do this? Why couldn't the government do this? Because to them, it's all about profit. Mark Cuban, though, he's all for the people. We need more billionaires like Mark Cuban. There are multiple examples over Twitter about Mark Cuban literally saving people's lives because of the low price of his medication. Hope everybody watching this is just as excited as me. This is a huge stepping stone in fighting against the 1%. And this is not hard. We need more people to be unselfish with their money like Mark Cuban. Because billionaires like Mark Cuban can use a fraction of their money to change the entire world. And we see it here. We are seeing it firsthand. And Big Pharma, I know they're hating it right now. It's nothing they could do about it. But what we need to do is protect Mark Cuban at all costs.
Yes.
He's an amazing man, and we've seen time and time again when he's done things like this. We all know that they don't like that, so we need to protect him at all costs. Because remember, to them it's all about the money. They don't care about us. Even in his Twitter bio, he has dunking on pharma industry with costplusdrugs.com. So again, yes, he's doing it for the people. He hates the fact that Big Pharma wants to put a huge price tag and ticket on people who need the medicine, need it for survival. But listen to this. This is stuff y'all won't see on the news. This is stuff that won't be promoted because it doesn't sell. It doesn't get clicks. Mass shootings gets clicks. The racism, the riots gets clicks. And that's the main reason why I need y'all to keep in mind everything that I tell y'all with all this stuff going on in the world. But please let me know what y'all think. This is insane. This is crazy. This is groundbreaking. I love it.
But check that out, though. Like, the question that stood out to me is why didn't nobody else in position do that? That's because it's not too many people that get money and actually care. Like, they live in a different reality. Once you start to climb that ladder, these people live in a different reality. They no longer, a lot of them no longer care about helping people. You know? For real, you can see it. You see all these sellouts, how they don't want to speak up for their brothers out here. That's because they're afraid of losing that bag. But you got to think, these are people that are well off. Talking about wealthy. Like, you got some of these athletes that made hundreds of millions, close to $1 billion in their respective field. They're anchors for TV shows, and they're all shaking to pieces about, you know, shit that these networks are making them stand up to, even if it's going against their own people. Trembling, and they're you know, they do that for money, but they already have hundreds of millions. So that should tell you a lot. Should tell you a lot. Like, maybe they just really don't give a fuck too.
This got me shook.
Mark Cuban's dope.
Have hidden truth behind it, and if you pay
I would
close
want to help
attention,
people
you'll
too.
see it. And if you look at The Simpsons, it's not even a movie, but it always seems to know the truth and predict the future. This is because life is literally played like a game, or some may call it the Matrix. Everything that's happened or is happening has already been predetermined and planned out years prior to it actually happening. Hollywood just puts a mask over it and calls it a movie, but under that mask is a puppet master controlling and dictating what is shown to the public through movies, music, or social media. The movie I, Robot starring Will Smith is a prime example of this. This movie was able to predict the future 18 years prior to these events actually happening. And if you look at the robots from the movie and compare them to today's robots, they look and move very similar. Almost like Hollywood copied a page out of 2023, then pasted it in the movie from 2004. Now, I'm not saying that as soon as these robots join the public, they'll instantly take control. This will take some time, and since advanced robots are still fairly new.
18 years prior.
Very strange. Someone has covered the desert in mirrors.
What y'all see in the picture is, I hate to say it, our new sun. This is where we're getting the heat from. Patrolling the
Man, she sold out.
Look, they're burning. It's like they're burning in hell.
Oh my gosh.
There it is. Look, it's literally in your face. She's in bed with Satan. She's in bed with the serpent. Look, she's telling us right there. That's a bed.
Red satin sheets too.
And then y'all see these rituals that be like right in front of us. I know y'all was like y'all was DMing me, y'all want me to do that takeoff situation, like the look at the breakdown of the video. I might do that for y'all tomorrow for a video. But we're gonna go live tomorrow. We're gonna do the call in too. And we're gonna talk about that.
So don't y'all know how at the end of World War I and World War II, UFO sightings became more frequent, right?
Yeah.
So that's because the outer space alien wanted us to shy away from our use of nuclear weapons. So in March 1957, Galactic Council of Mars ended up sending a humanoid alien here to Earth to warn us to shy away from our use of nuclear weapons. So in March 16th, 1957, they ended up sending an alien by the name of Valiant Thor. And he ended up landing in a farmer's field in Alexandria, Virginia, and government agents ended up like going to the site where he landed at, and he asked to speak with the president telepathically, President Eisenhower, right, the 34th president. So they ended up asking to speak with him telepathically, and he ended up convincing the president to set up a meeting to like shy away from the use of nuclear weapons. So he ended up convincing the president to set up a committee. But that committee kept being shut down by
words. As a lot of people may have discovered, we've been lied to about everything. And words are important. The words we use are important. And a good thing to have is a Black's Law dictionary. It's about this thick. This is the dictionary that the lawyers use, and it has legal definitions of words in it. And when you use it to look up words, you find out really interesting stuff. Person, the word person. The definition of person is a corporate fiction. Okay. Black's Law also tells us that the only person known to Canadian law is the corporation. And that's interesting.
Right. Think about it. I ain't gonna break it down. Think about it.
Hello, my name is Gene Gilmore. My birth given name is Eugene Reuben Akers. I don't want any money for what I'm doing because hopefully this video won't come out until after my death. So I have nothing to gain, nothing to profit by telling you what I'm going to tell you. Okay, anyway, this is the story that my dad told me on his deathbed. Project Slam Dunk was the name of this. President Johnson in 1968, okay? In Cannon Air Force Base in 1968, he said by the time he got there, that there was already 2 large hangars that were connected. There was hundreds of dump trucks that came in and dumped sand and stone, and cement powder was powdered over the top of all that to make it look like a lunar landscape. They had men that fashioned it into a lunar landscape, he said. He said that in front of the airplane hangars was pole framing with large canvas tents that was concealing the inside of the staging area. Inside the staging area, on flatbed trucks, was uncrated the lunar lander that was reassembled back inside the hangars. All of the walls were painted flat black, and the ceilings as well. He was sworn to secrecy by the NSA, and they would put him in prison for breaking that oath. And when Dad saw the moon landing on TV, he cried. He said he knew that what he had witnessed on TV was exactly what they recorded in that hangar. Dad was one of 3 guards that guarded the inside of the front entrance. There was a list of 15 people who could enter. No one else was allowed by order of President Johnson. And here is that list, and I gave it to Bart Seibel as well. Anyway, President Johnson, Neil Armstrong, Edwin Alden, Werner von Braun, Robert Emenegger, Gene Kranz, James Webb, Joe Kerwin, Dr. Thomas Paine, Glenn Looney, Dr. Christopher Kraft,
he
Dr.
dropping names.
James Van Allen, General Trudeau, Lieutenant Colonel Donald Simon, and Grant Norrie. I realized my dad wasn't lying. I lifted the lid off my dad's case, and you can see that his name is Cyrus Eugene Akers. He was born on July 17th, 1933. He died on September 28th, 2002. Here's his badge, and I wanted to see if I could get as close as possible so that you can read the numbers on the bottom, which are... Okay, there it is.
Damn.
Zero 7596. 07596.
Got what my number was.
That's my dad. And it must have been a really early picture because he's only got 2 stripes, so that was back in the 50s, I'm sure. Probably not long after I was born.
Why is it that melanated, black, Afro people are the only ones who diss their own ancestors?
The ancestors do not exist. Those are demons that you speak to. Those are spirits.
Anybody that's dead, you are worshiping a demonic spirit.
We appreciate what our peoples did for us, but we don't worship the dead.
I feel it's important that everybody has the opportunity to speak how they feel, so no bash or hate to anybody who I just previously showed. TikTok is videos for educational purposes, entertainment, all that. They have really done a number on us. So, to say that the ancestors don't exist, and anything on the other side that you have a connection to is demonic, I guess it was wrong for us to win the Haitian Revolution for us using these demonic powers. Now, y'all know what the Day of the Dead is for Mexican people. They celebrate it by cooking food for their ancestors. Anybody who passed on, hold pictures up, light candles, and have a day to actually appreciate them. Their connection to their ancestors is good enough to be in a movie. Offering food.
Look how big she's getting.
Even Asians, they have a strong connection and foundation with their ancestors. They put the pictures up, the candle, they're offering food. They get a movie too that shows the worship of their ancestors. My point is, even in the media, in our households, we demonize everything that our ancestors did. And when they did make a movie about Afro people, they demonized voodoo. Why is it that when we connect to our ancestors, it's demonized, but any other being, it gets put out into the mainstream media that it's okay? I have to cut this short, so y'all see that warning right there? I can't really say everything that I want to say. So if you want the full video, go to my YouTube, because I post all of my content first there before I post it on TikTok.
Yeah, go ahead, plug into her channel. No pun intended. Like, go in there. She got some real good information. I like the way that the way she delivers information. It'd be like snappy and precise. You feel me? Keep it going.
I'm looking at this shit like, what?
But yeah, we the only ones that demonize that type of shit though. Like I done had some people say that, like, oh, what do you mean sage? What? What? Be looking crazy. Like, y'all don't understand how y'all be looking sometimes. And I'm talking to the people that just don't get it. Just, you know, I ain't coming from a bad place with it. It's just like, man, like, learn who you are first. Like, we too old to be doing the same things we doing. Like, most of the people with that ignorant mindset is the same people that you see, you know, on Instagram. They in the club every weekend, knowing how much money, you know, where they work at. You just trying to understand, like, damn, why they still in the clubs and stuff like that. Like, you know that they live in paycheck to paycheck type shit. Like, You don't want to change nothing up. You just think this life is just a big ass turn up, and we just destroying our vessels like that. We destroying our vessels, man, with the turn up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you not to go have fun. Have fun with your life though, but understand who you are. Instead of going to the club, have a new mindset. Like, shit, I want to own this motherfucker. That's how I am. I don't really want to be in there because I'm gonna have my own. I'm tired of just attending. I want to make. You feel me? Like, yo, we gotta be proactive.
Why do UN declares war on dangerous conspiracy theories, which is us, talking about the world is not secretly manipulated by global elite? Well, obviously, yes, the fuck it is. What y'all doing all this for? Y'all, this shit is for real.
Yeah.
Y'all, this shit is for real. It's talking about the United Nations had declared war on conspiracy theorists, describing the rise of conspiracy thinking as worrying and dangerous.
I'm gonna tell you why this is true. I have been in the 6th dimension, quantum jumping everywhere. Most of the time, I'm not doing it on purpose. That's how I know I'm in 6D. I had a dream where I woke up and I was inside of my room. Now, when I normally dream about me being in my house, I am either astral projecting or I'm quantum jumping to a parallel universe. When I became conscious in this dream, the situation was just like how Wanda jumped into her body in a parallel universe. When I jumped into the body of myself in another universe, I was sitting up on my bed. I was already woke. I wasn't asleep. Now, I'm looking around. Everything looks a lot the same as this universe. I get up to walk out of my room and go outside on the front porch. I walk outside and it looks like a halfway thing of this. 2 of them in the sky. So I'm taking pictures because I know I want to talk about it on my TikTok, YouTube, all of that. Out of nowhere, this UFO comes out of the sky. It had sound though, and it sounded like a helicopter almost, and I could tell that it was a governmental UFO. It's getting closer and closer to my house, and I'm trying to run into my house. It's literally over the top of my house. The wind is immense, and it's literally pulling me up into the craft. My heart is beating so fast, I'm yelling, no, let me go, let me go. All I could think about was I'm about to die. I get up in the craft and I'm seeing other conspiracy TikTok creators. They took me right off my front porch. Soon as I got in, I woke up back in this reality and my heart was beating so fast and I was sweating and it was just too much. I don't know what happened to her or me, but I know that they're already doing this. They are trying to stop the shift, keeping everybody unconscious of what's really going on. This happened to me last night in another universe. They are seriously trying to knock off anything that will create change. I just needed to get that off my chest because what she said just blew my mind even more. Stay dangerous.
Woo! That's a lot. That's a lot right there. That video. Yeah, but look. That's wild right there. I'll tell you something. I feel like I seen somebody in the chat talking about, you mentioned you spiritual to a guy and that'd be it for you on a date or whatever. It'd be hard for you to date again. That's wild. I never heard that before. But that's if that's the case, you understand. Check this out. It's a reason why a lot of women are in bad situations too, because ultimately y'all want to find a man that you're comfortable with letting him lead. See, we use more of a logical brain, and life is about balance. Life is about balance. So y'all gotta have that guy that's gonna be strong for you. You know that you protected around him at all times. Everything. You know that he gonna make sure the bills get paid. He gonna make sure you got somewhere to stay. All of that. All those things that you shouldn't have to worry about because you should be nurturing and doing stuff that you really want to do. See, one thing that these men nowadays, and some of them ain't gonna provide because they don't know who they are and what strengths they have, is like they don't know who they are. I'm trying to say this the right way. They don't know who they are, man, and it's hard for them to get out of the matrix because all of the stuff that was ingrained in their heads coming up. You don't know who you are, you can't fully tap into your power. So you being led by the blind. One once you start once y'all getting this is why more people come into these videos, because you understand, you feel how much more powerful you feel once you start understanding who you are. Like, damn, we wasn't just slaves. Motherfuckers laughing at us and shit in movies like Django and shit. They don't know who they are. Everybody smash that like button. Everybody smash that like button. Well, we got 4,600 people in here. Smash that like button. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. That's worth more than anything. That's what I need from y'all. You know, I put together this. That's the least y'all can do if y'all stay to the end. And I do appreciate it. But one, I tell you this, you know, for my brothers to understand this right here. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We moving a little bit. We moving differently. 2023, we stepping into it completely different. Walk with your head up, stepping into your power so we can lead the way and our women can feel protected by us. And therefore, we won't have to question the women, because those are the women that's going to be more loyal to you once y'all establish that balance and that exchange of energy. Everybody appreciate their roles and what they bring to the table. So one thing I say is, any woman that's been with me, except for one, and say that she learned something from me. I'm always teaching a skill set. I don't have to worry about like, oh, my woman compete with me in the money area and she might bring in this. No, I don't worry about that, because I know I always will be able to get it. But it ain't all about that, but I'm able to provide, you know. That's like one of the definitions of a father. Can't feed your flock, then you ain't no father. Look that up. That's the definition of a father. Y'all think it's just showing up and, oh, being a daddy, and nah. I'm about being a father. All the women that I dealt with got skill sets. And if I see my exes, we can speak. We be like, yo, what's up? We like friends, because you know what? I don't believe I hate this person. Like, I don't like to get into that. Oh, this person that you said that you loved so much. I think that's the fakest stuff that we do. And I was guilty of that when I was immature in the past. But that's one of the, bro, a person that you said you loved like that, it shouldn't be bad like that when you see him. It shouldn't be bad blood. I could hit one of my exes up right now and have her fix my credit. If I need something somewhere, look, they'll show up for me, because we got to empower each other, even if you're not together, you know? And that's not taken away from our masculinity. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, ain't everybody minding their business, having a good motherfucker time. Learning from each other, growing. Veteran. Public. You don't like being in public? Damn. You got to try something different. Get out your comfort zone. You know? I understand. I get it. You don't like people like that. I'm selective. I'm very selective, so I get you. Appreciate it, James. I get you. I'm selective. Where we at with the likes so far, y'all? Narcissist, he lectures too much. Narcissist tendencies. Okay. That don't even sound right to me. Like, if I'm a narcissist, why are you here? Like, why are you here? Like, answer that. I'm just waiting for your name to pop up again, because I'm trying to get that. Now I'm just trying to understand. I ain't mad about it. You said I'm a narcissist, but like, why are you here then? That's the thing to me. Like, it's a bunch of weirdos that'll never approach you with a conversation in person, never engage you, none of that stuff in the real world. But you'll get on the internet and you just feel invincible. That's lame as hell to me. That's what I call you. You got a lame ass nigga condition. Nah, I'd like addressing it sometimes because it's whatever. Oh, I'm with all the smoke, y'all. Look, I don't know if y'all noticed. I don't know if y'all new here. Nah, they stand in the corner pretty soon too. I stand them in the corner, y'all. Don't worry about it. I'm having a good time. Yeah, my circle's small too. I don't know if y'all see me post. Well, when I post on Instagram, like, when I'm around people, you see the same people. It ain't gonna change up too much. I got the people that I be with. It's the same people I was with since I was a kid. A lot of people can't keep friends, man. I don't. That's people I be looking at sideways. Why you ain't got no friends? People say they ain't got no friends. Why you ain't got no friends? I appreciate it. Appreciate you. Move, baby. I appreciate that. That I'm cute. Oh, I appreciate it. Watching your videos on. Appreciate that. Hope you've been learning a lot. Nah, I'm not from Florida. Damn. Okay, that's why you ain't got no friends. All right. You said explain that car accident. Oh, man, I did that a long time ago. I explained that. That wasn't a car accident. The car just hit me. Yeah, the car just hit me. Like, knocked me out my sneakers. Real talk. Yeah, crowded places. Yeah, especially in today. Like, especially today, some crowded spaces with people. Man, be too much going on. You just seen what happened with Takeoff. All it takes is one of your friends to get into something with somebody, and you get hit with a stray. Told y'all that happened to my brother. What, last year? Wasn't even nothing. He ain't have nothing to do with nothing. Got hit with a stray. Next thing I know, people blowing my phone up, and I'm felt it too when I was asleep. That's the crazy thing about it. I felt it. Anytime something happened to my brother or something like that, I feel it. I feel it. I can almost, I can taste it in the air. Why y'all keep saying me for president? Look, they ain't never gonna look. I wouldn't want to do that. Y'all seen what happened to Barack? He went in there looking like me. Nigga came out looking like he about 85 years old. He ain't about to stress me out. Yeah, I got my people I chill with, but I be solo dolo by myself. So like me sitting in here kicking it with y'all. Look, I do this. I'm in my comfort zone, and this is where I can really like kick back and just like do my research and watch videos. And you know what's something that's strange about genetics and interesting at the same time is I like educational videos, right? And my daughter, she likes educational videos too. And mind y'all know the situation. If you know the situation that happened. Like I'm just recently getting back into her life, and she's just like me. No practice, no training, no nothing. Just like me. Genetics said it all. She likes this. She just like me. Genetics is crazy. So that's why that if that type of stuff right there sparks my brain to start working differently, and it had me looking up information on genetics and stuff and how it works, because I was just fascinated by it. Like, damn, she didn't get a chance to see it and copy me. She was already like that. Oh yeah, I'm definitely happy I got her back, man. It's been great. It's been great. Yeah, DNA, like, and it got me believing, that research that they do, and they say that our DNA, you can actually like read it like a script. Yeah, they got like an algorithm you can read DNA, and it's crazy. So it's like her shit would probably say, yeah, tailor her shit just after mine's, and they said we can access that at some point, especially when we start to get our upgrades. Yeah, I know when they said when the dome crack off of this thing and we start getting all those different rays and gamma radiations, whatever is hitting us, we get those upgrades, we're gonna instantly remember everything. So it's basically gonna be unlocking all that quote unquote, what is it, junk DNA? And I think it's kind of gonna be like that movie with old girl, and they gave her those drugs and she started, Lucy, yeah, and she started to basically ascend, I guess. I ain't doing no neural leak chip. That little chip in your head, I'm not doing that. It's dead. You say you just a white guy? Hey man, you might get upgrades too, man. I might start growing wings or some shit. You feel me? Like, I don't know. Like, we gonna see. We gonna see. But it said that it's upgrading everybody's DNA to a certain extent. So we don't look, man. I'm not one of those people. I don't shit on people. Look, man. Hopefully everybody will be all right. Not we just all gonna get burnt to a crisp, or some of us gonna ascend, some of us gonna stay here. That's why I say, look, man, work on yourself now. Work on yourself now. And before I get off of here, I know some people was talking about my diet plan and stuff like that. Man, honestly, I started shooting that video. It's boring as hell shooting them type of videos. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the truth. That shit's boring shooting that type of video, but I will get it done. It's gonna be simple and sweet too. Get shrooms with some better. What the hell is y'all talking about? He believes all this stuff too. Here's with me. You scaring that poor man to death. That's hilarious. All right, but yeah, let me finish that up. When you start to lose yourself, because I say this about myself. I started to lose myself at certain points in my life. I would balloon up in weight. And I would, everything would just be thrown off. Because even when you look in the mirror, you're not looking at yourself. You're not acting like yourself. I couldn't run as fast. I couldn't run as long. My clothes was fitting differently and shit like that. So the whole time, that's when you begin to lose yourself. You got to reshape the way that you start thinking and processing information for your own benefit. You know how your body have natural reactions to things, like stuff that happen to kids, and then they compartmentalize something differently in order for their minds to get what's going on, to protect them from the adult activities that's happening. You know the shit that happened with kids, right? And they develop these strange behaviors and shit growing up. So it's like that. With us knowing this information, we can restructure the way that we think. That's why I say I changed my mindset and it changed my life. I was looking in the mirror and I was looking back at myself and I couldn't understand why I wasn't happy with what I was looking at. But once I started to, you know, like miss who I was, I wanted that back, you know? So I started to do the right thing. It helped me propel myself and start doing the right thing. Nah, I ain't gonna eat that shit today. Look, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to bring sexy back. I'm trying to feel better. And once I started to do that, the closer I got to being me again, to the person that I remember as me being me, I felt better. My energy changed a lot. You know, you don't be angry. You don't be out here worried about the same bullshit. You can regulate your hormones a lot better. You don't get angry. You don't get snappy. Really, you just be good. I know these people out here be looking at me weird and shit. You know, my neighbors, some of them, they know who I am now and shit. But that's another story. But they be seeing a nigga out here with a gold chain on, with his feet in the grass, drinking tea. You know what I'm saying? I just be doing me. You feel me? Niagara Falls in the house. I see you. Yeah, I said I just be doing me. You know, because I feel like me again, and that's my message for y'all tonight. You know, but I changed my mindset and it changed my life, everything. But look, I'm gonna get off of here. We're gonna do the call in tomorrow, so make sure y'all got y'all notifications on. It's gonna be earlier than this one, but yeah, make sure y'all in attendance. Y'all can call in. Don't be trying to convince me to believe some shit. Look, just come on here and speak, niggas. Don't be making this shit weird. I'm gonna hang up on you this time. But I see y'all tomorrow. Love y'all. Enjoy y'all night. You know what I'm saying? I see my people showed up from North Carolina and New York. You know, I see y'all. I see y'all talking about Betty's Ford and stuff. We'll chop it up. Make sure y'all call in tomorrow. But like I always say,